Back gang, it's Delty from DeltyIsGaming.com, and update 19 Wolfhunter is right around the corner. ZeniMax Online released a blog post on all the PvP changes that are going to come up with this, and I'm going to highlight some, what I like, what I don't, and what I think they can do to keep the game fresh in PvP. So I'll put this blog post link in the description in case you want it, but the first main thing is an Outpost, a new specific Battleground map, and now that I'm doing Battleground Bully series, I love it. The interesting part about this is that you can mount. And I've played a lot of other instance-based PvP games where you can mount, but it looks like the size and the scale is going to be larger. That way you can mount. And then it's also not very symmetrical, so you're going to have to take different routes to get to the center of the actual map, which is really interesting. So this could be really cool, or it could be kind of frustrating depending on how big, how many people are hiding, like how is the symmetry, what is the fights like. So I haven't been on the PTS to play it just because there's not a lot of people queuing, but I can't wait for this to launch because more maps are better. Another thing they added is keep recall stones. So essentially what this is, you can buy them for AP, and you can select a specific keep that you can teleport to on demand, but you have to own it. It can't be attacked, flagged, that type of thing. So it's just another mobility tool in Cyrodiil, which I think is really, really cool. So you could set up your recall thing all the way clear down in, like, let's say Aldemary Dominion territory if you're Daggerfall Covenant. Take that keep, and then everyone can transit down there. So it could be a really cool tactic for like getting Emperor, or just being able to be mobile around the map, because a lot of people have tons of alliance points but really little to spend it on. So I can't wait to see how players really implement this and strategy. It just adds more transportation, more strategy to the map. So we'll see how it works when it goes live. Another thing they added was keep degradation and resource changes. So really what they're trying to do is make resources more valuable. And I think this is good, considering that small players typically just go around and fight on resources. Also making keeps a lot easier to take, specifically if you take the resources. So it's going to give more incentive for people to fight on the resource and just bunkering up in their keep. I like this change. Something I really like is, we all know fashion is endgame in the Elder Scrolls Online, right? So new Battleground Outfit styles. So this is cool. The 3 teams, they're adding different style, different motives for it. So this gives you yet more incentive to play Battlegrounds. You can collect these pages by completing specific Battleground modes, but I really like that they're adding more incentive to do Battlegrounds. Same thing with Cyrodiil. They need more incentive. I'm going to get to that in the end and what I think they can do to make this really, really impactful. But more stuff to collect, more stuff to look cool and separate yourself from other players, the better. They added a new costume where you have to collect proofs, 50 of them, for doing like Conquest quest in Cyrodiil. So it's more or less busy work, which I like the idea of the costume. What I don't like is kind of like the busy work. It gives people incentive to sit there in Cyrodiil and play all day. I get it. We need that. But I think there should be some achievement-based thing, just like the Emperor. You know, when you get that Emperor costume for the first time, it's great. You wear it everywhere, to dungeons, everything. So I wish this Gladiator costume was something similar versus just you had to do a quest over and over and over. But it's still cool adding more things to collect. My final thoughts on this, I like it. I mean, I like it, I don't love it. And the reason why is they need something to keep people like me that, quit the game for a little bit, come back, take breaks, come back, to constantly want to play PvP. What most games do are seasonal rewards, and I think ZeniMax really needs to invest in that, where you break the year up into 3 or 4 slices, and you got things you have to do in order to get that season's reward. And what I think they're really hesitant to do, which I would love to see, is achievement-based mounts. Let's say you finish number 1 in the leaderboard that week for Trial, PvP, Cyrodiil, Battlegrounds, whatever it may be. I would love to see a mount, even if it's a reskin Guar, just something unique that you have to earn in order to collect it. Hell, I probably would never get it, but just something to shoot for. And then kind of cycle those rewards, every 3 or 4 months. That way you have to continue to come back and play the game, and there's always something new and something to do that you have to achieve. That's what I really think is missing, the seasonal rewards and the fact that it's achievement based, like you have to compete or finish high and do something like that. I really think that would add a lot of value to the PvP. But to give them credit, they're always trying to improve things, and coming from other MMOs, we don't get a whole lot of updates like this. So, I mean, it's really nice to see them tweak and constantly try to improve the content. For me, I'm loving Battlegrounds, but, I'll try out those keep recall stones and see how it plays out in Cyrodiil. So overall, It's cool, but I wish there was seasonal rewards and more incentive to like do collectibles like the Emperor costume, some super ultra cool thing that you have to achieve to do it. What do you guys think? You leave me a comment, let me know. Am I off base or am I right? Thanks for watching.